Hey guys, I'm back. And I actually realized in the last video I forgot to have a shirt on, so I have a shirt on now. Favorite band, Metallica. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so this video, um, is going to be a video on my likes. Specifically, what I like musically, what I like, um, about my life, what I like, um, you know, the whole spectrum of liking. Um, I want to share with you. And the first one that I'm going to do is my like for music. Um, I talked a little bit about it in the last video. I'm a music lover. I love music so much that if I were to have kids one day and um, they did something wrong or whatever, and I had to punish them by taking something away from them, music would be one of those things that I would not take away from. I'm sorry, judge me all you want, but music is something that is an expression of who you are, who one is, and if I were to take away that from one of my future kids, if I were to have any, I'd be taking away a part of who they are. And to me, that's not right. But that outside, I am a music lover. I'm a lover of um, almost every genre. I say that because I'm not a country guy, and actually, I have to, in a jokingly way, blame this girl that I've been talking to, who is trying to make it her mission to get me to like the genre of country music. She hasn't broken me to the extent that where I like the genre as a whole, but she has broken me in the sense that there are some country songs that I'm like, yeah, actually one of them, Tim McGraw's "Live Like You Were Dying." I actually heard that song years ago back in my basketball days in school, particularly in middle school, and it was one of the first songs played on the basketball highlights. And so I think for some reason that song has just been kind of sticking out. Uh, you know, to me basically saying I know you don't like the genre itself, but you can do with a couple songs, and I'm like yeah, as long as I can do with a couple songs, that's all right. Um, so there's that. Um, as far as music goes, I'm into a lot of different things. Like when it comes to singers, I'm into. Well, there's a few things. When it comes to singers, I like high singers. So, like, you have Adam Levine from Maroon 5, you have glam star Adam Lambert. Um, you even go to some of the female singers like Ariana Grande and Christina Aguilera, um, all that stuff. And then you even get to like some singers with raspy, bluesy, soulful kind of sounds, like Bryan Adams and Michael Grimm. Um, and then, as far as singers go, I like that. I also like bands who are music that has a lot of interesting instrument qualities, like solo work and stuff like that. Um, um, for example, the bands Dragon Force and Symphony X. They are hard power rock um, bands, and there's no screaming, which is one reason why I like them. But they're also great because they are just masters at guitar. Like if they make a mistake, they hide it very well, as if to you know make the person who's listening to them think, okay, I don't know if you made a mistake, but if you did, you just covered it up really well. And they've made sound effects that I was like, that was possible with a guitar. I've had one example was Herman Lee, one of the guitarists for the band Dragon Force. He has this YouTube video where he kind of gives a backstage look at all the different sound effects one can make with a guitar. He made a Pac-Man sound effect where there's a song where he does that right before solos start to happen, and I'm like, dude, I had no idea that the guitar can function that way. Holy crap, that's amazing. Um, and with Symphony X, it's the same thing, except for Dragon Force is just strictly guitar, with maybe a little bit of keyboard, but Symphony X is strictly keyboard, 1 minute on soloing, the next minute's the guitar. Um, and then other bands who do dual guitaring, where the rhythm and lead guitars will play like the exact same line of chords, but one will play it in a different key than the other. Um, Zacky Vengeance and Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold are an example. Another one is James Hetfield and Kirk from Metallica. Jake Pitts and Jinx from Black Veil Brides. The whole dual guitaring concept is really interesting. What's interesting is that I feel like a lot of people, when they hear hard rock music, that they hear just noise. But if you really listen and are open minded to that kind of music, while you can understand that there are some people hear just noise, to them, while they see that, I see more than that. I see music behind it, and it's actually one of my favorite genres of all time. Um, you could say that it's a genre that has saved me during a lot of different times in my life. Um, I also like a lot of old school stuff, going from Stray Cats, Boston, Journey, Queen. Um, I'm even gonna throw in ABBA in there. There's a couple songs from that band that I like. Um, I like old stuff. I also like instrumental stuff from movies and games. Um, musically, you know that's one. So that's yeah. So musically, that's what I like. The different things one can do with their voice or with the instrument that whoever's playing. Um, Another thing that I like um, is actually, I would even go further. I love the life that I have right now. Um, I live in Oregon. I live with my mom and my sister. Um, I have a schedule that I like, when it comes to whether I'm working or I'm not working. I, I get to, whether before I leave for work or when I get home from work or on day off, I get to do stuff, whether it's talking to you guys on YouTube or whether it's watching a movie, play video games, or reading or whatever, listening to music, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's just kind of like my life right now. What I like about it. I also like um, I mentioned like video games, but I didn't go into full detail. Um, I'm a huge Nintendo person. Always have been, always will be. Um, there's some games I have played but don't own just because I haven't had time to get them for myself and money and stuff like that. But I'm a big Nintendo person. In fact, I think the only Nintendo thing that I may still have, well, that I may still have, but I think it's the only thing that I have at this point that's still Nintendo, and that is the Legend of Zelda series. I'm never gonna stop being in Legend of Zelda series, and if that isn't proof, that is. Um, but yeah. So I like the Legend of Zelda series. I also like I have games from Assassin's Creed, which I mentioned in a few videos past. Pac-Man, um, Star Wars, Darksiders, God of War, Crash Bandicoot, NBA, you name it. You know, um, just some games to kind of, to play that I can play kind of escape reality for like an hour or so, just playing. Um, I also like to watch movies. The thing with movies for me is that the only genre that I don't like is westerns, except for one movie, which is the only exception to western movies ever, and that is the reboot. Apparently, it's a reboot of the Magnificent Seven. Um, but yeah, and just to kind of show you how much not a big fan of westerns. I'd rather watch musicals over that, and there are some musicals that I do like. But as far as movies go, I like movies that have a good plot, regardless of whether that's just an action adventure movie or Marvel DC, whether it's a movie that's focused on religion and spirituality, like the Da Vinci Code, um, whether it's the Mission Impossible movies or Bond or whatever. You know, kind of the same with the TV shows. Like I'm huge into comedy. There are shows that used to be on that show or that aren't, but I feel like should be. Shows like Everybody Loves Raymond and Big Bang Theory and all that stuff. Um, so there's that. Um, and see what else do I like. Whoops. Little mishap there. Um, I also, I kind of tackling back onto loving my life, but I love the fact um, that I am here and now, that I'm not focusing on the past or dwelling on the future. I think that we have a tendency, uh, a natural instinct to, think about what to do the next day or to think about what to do later on today or for some reason remembering, you know, the past, when in reality it's better to just focus on the present now moment or whatever it is that you are doing. um, it's brought me to center. It's brought me to a place of zen peace. It has really caused me to kind of be rooted in reality and keep me grounded in everything, and it's one of the reasons why I love it so much. um, but yeah, I think I covered everything, I think, as far as my likes go. Um, but yeah, and then I think the next video I'm gonna do, um, I think I might do another book review or another, maybe tackling a topic or something like that. You can leave your comments of what you would like me to do for the next video or something like that, and, you know, all that. So, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.